I'll tell you what, waking up to Crockett racking around, pulling out the Glock and racking around, that'll get you out of bed in a hurry. When we had that bear encounter last year. I guess like anything, there's risks about anything you do. This trail we're going on, it's spooky in a few spots. We're gonna be smart about it, but you know, better safe than sorry, right?
Riding a horse down and I came off. Alright guys, it is a Friday night and we're just busting it up after work, trying to make as best of the daylight that's left and doing something a little different today. Something I'm out of my realm and certainly out of my comfort zone, but I'll tell you, I'm extremely excited. What I'm doing today is a elk hunt. Now, I don't hunt, but I don't have any problem with hunting, and I'm going to head out on one today. My weapon of choice is my camera. So let me introduce you to, this is Dodge. How you doing, Dodge?
Dodge, Maverick, anything you come up with, I guess.
Maverick's kind of cool too. Should we change
Maverick,
it?
if you go by Goose. Howdy all you Crockett fans. I've been following Crockett for quite a while, almost since, I guess it wasn't day one, but I think he only had maybe 3 videos when I started following along, so been following his comments, and I think I know quite a few of the folks, so just a hello to all you guys. Glad to be in one of his videos. We're going to go for a little elk hunt, like he said. The state we're hunting, we have a late November muzzleloader hunt. As you can see, there's no snow for November. We were hoping for a little more snow, but we're still going to give it a shot anyway. We got about 4 miles to go tonight. We got about an hour of daylight, so it's going to be about dusk when we roll in. It's a pretty scenic trail, and it's pretty rough in a few spots, but it's going to be an adventure, and that's what we're shooting for. So,
Are you, sweetheart? Huh?
I'm going to show you this just in case. Just in case the worst happens, you got to haul my body out of here. You need to know how to put this saddle on. So, come up to the bottom. This trail we're going on, it's spooky in a few spots. We're going to be smart about it, but you know, better safe than sorry, right?
I agree. Got the horses ready. I just want to tell you guys that actually I've been holding back on you a little bit. I'm an expert horseman. Been riding horses since I was about 1 year old. Okay, not even close. I probably can count the times I've ridden a horse on maybe one hand, maybe two. I love horses. Horses are just a ball. When I was a kid, I actually wanted to have a ranch and full of horses.
We just come over this rise and the horse, he just stopped dead in his tracks. Something was up. A big bull moose, big one, just walked up out of the oak brush there, and only 25 yards away. It didn't like us, the horse didn't like it, but it's good to see. You come up to the hairy part. That's a pretty spooky spot back there. There was a guy that was killed a couple years ago. But, you know, we made it. And I don't say that to say we're just being foolish and not taking precautions, because we certainly did. These are good horses too, so.
I think this horse has something to say.
I gotta share a tent with that? That sounded juicy.
That was the horse. What are you talking about? It's been a lot of fun. I could definitely lose myself in doing this kind of stuff. Just riding the horses up in the backcountry. I'm having a ball.
We're about 4.5, 5 miles back from the trailhead. The last 2 miles we gained about 2,000 feet. So these little ponies, they done us all right. They are sweaty, and I'm going to get them all taken care of tonight so they can have a nice break.
When it's this time in the morning and you're dead asleep and you don't know what's going on, you're trying to process it. All we hear is something right next to the tent, kind of rustling around in the food, and we don't have any bear bags. We don't really expect to see bears, but they are up here, and so we thought probably the one chance out of 100. Anyway.
I'll tell you what, waking up to Crockett racking around, pull out the Glock and racking around, that'll get you out of bed in a hurry.
I did. I got this out, and you can see the trigger. It's ready to roll. And I couldn't find my flashlight. Dodge has his, and he's opening the tent door, and he says, "You ready?" I said, "Yep." So he opens that door, and I've got the gun ready, and there's the horse staring at us right in the face. Oh man, that was that gets the old blood pumping at 3:40 in the morning. Dodge has in the past had a grizzly come through camp while they were away and tear everything up. Now we're not in grizzly country, we're in black bear country, and realistically the chances of us running into a black bear are so remote, it's not even an issue.
You want to know what's ironic? This is the shirt I had in the tree when we had that bear encounter last year. We was up in Wyoming and left this stinky, sweaty shirt in the tree to kind of keep the bears away, but obviously he wanted to rip into it there, you can see. It's my memento. I don't know if it's a lucky shirt or not, but it's good memories.
Okay, we've spotted the first 2 elk this morning, and Dodge is still glassing them. We know one's a bull, and the other one's a bull.
Yeah,
both bulls. There's a little bit of a challenge in that there's private property just over where they might be, and we're trying to decide on where that line is. I haven't been hunting for a long time. In fact, the last time I went hunting was when I was 14 with my dad, and it was rifle hunt deer. And that's the only year I carried. I think I went about 3 years in a row. And the state that I'm in, you're legal to carry when you're 14. So it's been quite a while. And let me tell you what we're doing right now. There's a lot of sitting and waiting. A little cold, up against hard rocks, in the dirt. Got a pile of dung right next to me, and you know what? I'm loving every minute of it. This is just fun. It's very, very enjoyable. Well, do you want to tell them a little bit about the elk and your theory behind where they went?
Well, yeah, we saw a couple, but from what we heard talking to another hunter, there was a lot of them in here opening day, and there was a lot of guys in here opening day, so a little pressure, and those elk aren't stupid. They took off and got over crossed into the private property, or they've moved off. I mean, it's warm today, it's unseasonably warm, but it's the time that they start to migrate, and either the pressure or just their natural instinct to start migrating. There's not a lot going in here today, so I guess like anything, there's risks about anything you do. These are good horses and we trust them, but I mean, look at this. We've been riding through this boulder field. You know, there's always a bit of risk to your safety when you kind of put your safety in the hands of the horses. If you get out there and they buck or something, you fall off, you could crack a rib, crack your head on those rocks. I guess it's all part of the adventure, but be smart about it.
One thing that I've noticed is, especially being an inexperienced rider, is you're putting a lot of faith in the horse and getting through here. And I've been on enough horses to know that this is a really good horse, especially for someone of my skill level. And it's been very enjoyable and a lot of fun.
We came through here in the dark, you couldn't see it. You couldn't see this last night. That rock right there, the trail, you got to go out around it. A couple years ago, a guy was coming around it, and his horse kind of didn't like it for some reason, and went off the edge. The horse rolled on top of him and killed the guy. But we made it up alive. I don't know, look at Crockett, he's bleeding.
Am I bleeding?
You got a little blood of your own.
Oh yeah, look at that. So, yeah, see that? That's a spill I took on the way down. Riding a horse down, and I came off.
It was steep downhill. Saddle slid.
Here, you give me excuses.
No excuses. It was steep. Go riding downhill like this, and that little fat horse, the saddle kind of slides forward, and that's what happened. It slid forward. There's nothing to hold on to, and Crockett went over the top.
Wouldn't take the edge off, so it's been pretty nice.
You like your Kelty just as much as you do.
He's checking it out back there. He's seeing what's going on. I'll tell you guys, that was a lot of fun coming in on the horses like that. Very, very enjoyable. Lots of fun for sure.